Today we'll be talking about Ip Man 3, well, just a little bit. And our main focus will be on muscle memory. Hey, welcome to Practice Wing Chun, where we discuss Wing Chun and answer any training related questions. My name is Edgar, and this is episode 10 of Practice Wing Chun. And it's crazy, it's 10 episodes. 10. So 10 weeks ago we started this, and here we are 10 weeks later. It's awesome. It's been super fun to do. So today we'll be talking a little bit about Ip Man 3. If you haven't already seen it, yesterday it was released a teaser trailer of the Ip Man 3 movie. If you haven't seen it yet, please go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/practicewingchun, and check it out. It's less than a minute, but it's really cool because it shows you like a few clips from the movie. There's a few scenes where Ip Man spars with another, I guess, Wing Chun master using the 6.5 point pole and the butterfly swords. And this is so exciting because I haven't really seen any choreographed fights like that, and it looks really cool. It looks really badass. And also Mike Tyson makes an appearance in the end. And I guess he will be the main bad guy in the movie. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's coming out this Christmas, I think, in China though. So I don't know when it will be coming to the States or when it will be made available to the States. But I'm still super stoked, super excited. So once again, if you haven't seen it, go to my Facebook page and check it out. It's only like a minute long. But today we'll be talking about muscle memory in Wing Chun. So what's muscle memory? Muscle memory is when you do a certain action with your body over and over again until it just comes to you automatically. So take brushing your teeth every day, every morning. Brush your teeth, same motion, right? And it just comes to you automatically where you don't even have to think about it anymore. And this is when you start like multitasking. So when you're brushing your teeth, you could be checking your email or reading a newspaper or something like that, or preparing your coffee. And same could be said about Wing Chun. When you first start, there's a lot of things you have to like get, but it's really difficult because you're doing so many things at once. But once you get the muscle memory down for them, it just comes naturally. So I remember the first thing we learned was the Wing Chun stance and then shifting. And then after shifting, we had to do like tan sao. And that was hard because they wanted me to do shifting and tan sao at the same time while keeping my arms up. So for me now, it seems like super trivial, super easy to do. It just like comes naturally. But when I first started, it was a lot going on. My whole body was not used to all this multitasking, where my arms move, my legs move, my body moves, and everything. So before I keep going into this, we're talking about the good and the bad of muscle memory. So the good is once you remember like a certain technique, it just comes to you naturally. And as I mentioned, starting out, shifting and then tan sao, that was more easy because if you're tan saoing with your left hand, chances are you're shifting with your left. So okay, that's easy. But the next step was throwing in a punch. So while you're shifting, tan saoing, you're throwing in a punch. That's like three or more things going on with your body at the same time. And if you're a beginner, that you probably remember how difficult that was to like for your body to do. It was like three motions instead of just one smooth one, right? And it's crazy because now it's just like it's easy to do, easy to do. But before it was like broken down in so many different sections. Sometimes I would start with my tan sao, then shift, or punch, tan sao, shift. And yeah, it was just so difficult. But muscle memory comes from repetition, and this is why it's important to practice your drills I'm sure during your classes you guys get drilled on doing things repetitively. It may be boring to you, but trust me when I say this, after you do it, like after you go do like 10, 20 classes and you're doing the same thing over and over again, when someone mentions tansao, boom, tansao is out. Tansao shift plus punch, boom, tansao shift and punch is out. And it just comes naturally for your body because your body is so used to it now. So that's like the good thing about muscle memory. The bad thing is when you create or you start doing a certain technique poorly or not in the right form and you never get corrected on it. So this week I wrote my August class notes. So every month I write up my class notes and I post it on practicewingchun.com. So this for August I wrote about how I had to correct some parts of my form because I've been doing it wrong, or not like wrong, but not completely correct. So there are certain aspects of it where I was doing it, it looked correct from like a distance, and I always thought it was just correct until my sifu mentioned, hey, actually this should be slightly done this way or that way, and I didn't know that. So for years I was doing it slightly off, and now it takes a lot more for me to recognize it because when I'm doing it, I automatically do it the way I would do it since I've been doing it this whole time. So for instance, in Silom Tao, the last closing section where you kind of swipe and then you do all the punches, that part I was kind of swiping from like up here where my biceps begin all the way down, where the correct way was to start from your elbow and come down. And it's not just a swipe down because you're swiping and pulling at the same time. So it's a swipe, pull, swipe, pull, swipe, pull, and punch, 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 punch. So I was kind of just like swiping, you know. I mean, that's how I saw it. That's how I learned it. No one really corrected me when I was just going like that. But yeah, now I know it's not just a swipe. It's also swipe and then I pull with my arm. And that's just one little thing that I like was corrected on. I mean, there were like still a lot of different things in other parts of my other forms where I needed fixing. So because of muscle memory, I always automatically start from up here. So now when I'm doing the form, I really have to focus and like remember all these little things, and I have to like, all right, don't start up here, start down here, and remember to pull when I'm going down because you're kind of clearing your arm, right? So bad muscle memory is when you're doing stuff wrong or not completely correct and your body needs time to like relearn the correct things, and that's kind of what I'm going through right now. And it's a little tough because when I'm doing the form, sometimes I kind of drift off and I just do what my body wants to do. But now I have to really like remember and focus because now I know that my form is imperfect, so it needs like attention. So when I'm up to that section of Silom Tao, I make sure, all right, I'm not gonna look, but I know that I can't start from here because I know how the feeling, like right now I feel my biceps here, but if I go from here I don't feel any like pressure here. So I know this is correct, this is not correct, and I will feel it in my body when I do it. So yeah, now these are little things that I need to correct, and I'm glad that I noticed this, and I write these notes down so I remember, and I rewrite them again so that it's comprehensible. Because when so every class I write down notes. I always do it after class, or sometimes if it's really important I write it down during class in my phone. And I really need to, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. And these are like little details that I would miss, that I would tell myself, oh, it's just small details, I'll go back to it later. And that's when you forget. And the next time you go to class, it's like, oh crap, I already knew I was supposed to fix that from last week, but since I didn't write it down, I forgot it. So every week, every class, after class or during class, I write down my notes in my phone. I go into details on how I do it and more reasons why I do it on practicewingchun.com. I'll leave a link in the description about why taking notes in class is important. And I also share my notes every month on practicewingchun.com. So if you guys are curious on like what I write down, feel free to check it out. The latest one is on the front page of practicewingchun.com. So yeah, this is going to be a weekly show. Like we release every Thursday, new episodes every Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, but it's every week. So if you want to stay up to date, please press subscribe. Also, if you like the episode, if you like what we talk about, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions or feedback, leave them in the comment section. And be sure that I read every single one of them. And I'll do my best to reply as well. And so until next time, keep training.